is a toasty one today. It's been let's just see what the feels like temperature is for a sec because I think it's worth looking at. Feels like 99. Yesterday it felt like 100. It is 92 degrees, but it is toasty. So ooh, Dolly says you're expecting storms. I think we are too tonight. I know they're coming. I just can't remember. Jean, are you okay from North Dakota? I saw this crazy video today on Instagram, and because I clicked on it, now Instagram thinks I'm a storm watcher, but that's all right. But it was this enormous monster tornado from this weekend. So I hope you are safe wherever you are, and if you are in the path of storms, stay safe. I both love and hate this season. If you are a Midwesterner, I kind of giggle because storms are just part of Midwest life in the summer. I generally love storms, but I don't like tornadoes. But unlike the, say, earthquake issue of mainly the West Coast, tornadoes you can do something about. You go in your basement, you take shelter, it's all good. I always was afraid of the big one when we lived in California many years ago. So, oh my gosh, I'm warmer than Las Vegas. That's crazy to hear. 71 in Green River. Oh, Margene, that's just lovely. Good for you. I could go for that. I actually was in Duluth, Minnesota. I think somebody that watches me is from Duluth, and I can't remember if I saw her flash on here yet today. But I was in Duluth this week, helping my mom move into her assisted living. I gotta tell you guys, I am exhausted, mostly mentally, a little physically, but mostly mentally. It was a thing doing that this week. Wow. I don't even know how to describe it. I think part of it is, and Julie, you're watching this. Julie knows my story. So my sister, who has not talked to my mom in 13 years, and really hardly in 25 years, came. And that was a lot. I'm glad she did. It was good. I support my sister 1 billion%. If you guys want to hear the story, there's a blog post from years and years ago, 13 to be exact, about my story with my mom. But if I can just say, it was not hard moving. That was the easy part. It's everything else. I'm glad she's in assisted living. It's good. She'll be taken very well care of. I had to laugh. I told my husband, I go, yeah, it was a really nice place. Everybody was so sweet. And he goes, like, really sweet or like Happy Gilmore sweet? And I'm like, what? Happy Gilmore? When they move his grandma into the place and then they're like in forced labor to make quilts or something. It was not that, at least not that I saw. Anyway, it just was a lot. But this is really sweet. I know I talk about Carl all the time, but he came with me, so I didn't have to drive up there by myself. It was a long drive. And he was just so sweet with me and my sister. The situation with my mom is insanity, to put it mildly. And he was so sweet. He didn't know the whole story because when this all happened, he was pretty little. So he learned a lot more about how things are. Yeah. So anyway, just still trying to recover from that this weekend. It was a lot. And it's so hot out. I really wanted to just like lay out in the sun over the weekend, but it was just too hot because it was so humid. And sorry if this is crooked. There we go. I think that's all right. So anyway, It is it is a new week. So much happened outside of my little family bubble this weekend too. Yikes. So we are here in a happy place, and I'm super excited about that. It is just going to be lovely and fun to just enjoy being together, I think. I'm really looking forward to that part. We're going to have a really lovely time stamping. I'm not going to lie. Actually, my cards are pretty good. I was going to say I was on the struggle bus. I'm just on the struggle bus today in general, just getting my head back into the game. I was gone most of last week with this, and I did have a little bit time this weekend to like regroup, but uh, anyway, I had to. So Whitney's out like most of the summer because she doesn't have a babysitter for her kids, so she's coming to work this week, which is awesome. But this morning I was like, oh, because I had to get ready for that. But anyway, all right. Is my mom close to any family? Nope. Nope. Well, closer than me. My um well, of the ones that will engage with her, they live about 3 hours away. So, which is great. Her husband lives like 0.75 miles from her, which is also good. Hopefully, he will eventually move there as well. Um, and he's actually older than her by quite a bit. So she's going to be 80 and he's 86. So I don't think you should be driving. Oh, but can I just tell you guys the most unbelievable story? I saw someone said the cactus, they found the cactus video. Where was that comment? February 22nd of 2021. So if you've never seen the cactus video, there you go. February 22nd of 2021. Speaking of cactuses, so we went to dinner with my mom on one night. We were up there during the week, and we're coming out of this restaurant called Grandma's, which is a whole thing up there. And so across the street is a store called Adam and Eve. Maybe you've heard of it. And so Carl says to me, he says, I don't even remember what he said. He said something about Adam and Eve, kind of as a joke. And I was like, do you know what that is? He did. And my mom says, oh, I've been in there. And I look at Carl and I'm like, oh, Jesus. I can't go with that. I can't talk to that. I can't go there. And Carl's like, you have? And she goes, oh no, I've never been there. She's like, what is it? And I'm like, oh, yeah. So file that under things you never, ever, 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 ever want to talk to your mother about, even at this age. So anyway, I hope you will find that funny. I was horrified. Just because for a brief second I thought we were going to have a conversation about that. And thank God. Thank you, Jesus. That did not happen. Oh. So anyway, that was fun. So then she's like, well, what is it? And I said, it's a naughty store. What kind of place is it, Diana? Diana, okay, it is an inappropriate store. Yeah, inappropriate. It's the kind of place you might go if you were picking up a gift for a bachelorette party that was wildly inappropriate. There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh, the topiary. Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. Oh goodness. And then what else? There was something else. Oh, I know. So this weekend was Grandma's Marathon in Duluth, which is a big thing. And it was Kim, it's asking me if I want to show your comment or not. Okay, I will show it. That's funny. Um, it's Grandma's Marathon weekend. So, well, that was just crazy. Luckily, we left before the marathon, but um, we were in this store and it had, um, well, I would say like, like a Stanley type cup, only it was not in the shape of a Stanley cup. It was a shape in something else, and the straw came out the middle. And I was there with my son, and he thought it was funny. And he took a selfie with another type of glass that was not a um, tall glass with a straw. Okay, Kim says, oh my gosh, Kim, that is really funny. I don't want to know about that. And I'm like a grown adult. I still can't handle it. Okay. So anyway, that was my weekend. There you go. All right, I've got some fun stuff to share with you today, and we've got some fun cards. My first card, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it together, and sometimes that's fun. I don't know that I have any cactuses though, so unfortunately, but um, oh my gosh, Basic Instinct. I haven't thought about that in a really, really, really long time. Wow. Oh, these, I was going to say these kids, but these adults. Like, jeez. Oh, dear. Okay. Um, oh my gosh. Diana, that's really, I don't know if I could handle that. Oh my gosh. In fact, so we talked, well, I don't know if we've talked about this. Have you guys watched the show Landman? It is, it's a Tyler Sheridan show, the creator of Yellowstone. And he has another show called Landman. And I think we talked about this. I swear we did. Well, I don't know. I talked about it somewhere. Anyway, so it's a little bit of a slow burn, but it's a really interesting and I think, very good show. But there's this scene where this mom and her daughter go to like a nursing home. And I kind of had this vision in my head, like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen to my mother? I hope not. But they take all the old people to a place where you could get what Diana's mom. Yeah, I think actually his daughter is probably not quite as bad as his wife. She's like crazy, but yeah, there is a bit of language in that show, but I would say it's not really different from Yellowstone. So anyway, it's a good show if you haven't seen it. It's on Paramount Plus. So yeah, it's interesting. Um, they're both terrible. Yeah, it's, as Whitney would say, it's a journey. All right, so I'm going to flip my camera. I've got some cards to share with you, and then we are going to do some stamping. So here we go. Da, da, da. All right, so first off, I've got some really sweet cards that have come in the mail. I don't know if I showed these ones last time or not, so I will show them again. But oh, look at this beautiful card right here. Isn't this pretty? This was a lovely birthday card from Gail, and I love this. I always put off making your birthday card because I want it to be perfect. So I use the perfect color, and I love it. So, so, so cute. Thank you so much, Gail. Lovely. Another beautiful card. This one I think came from Canada, and look at the envelope. How cute is that? I love the variety of stamps she used on there, especially that leaf right there. It's pretty good. This is from Catherine, who is from Canada, and she is a tremendous card maker. So thank you so much for this beautiful card, Catherine. I appreciate it. This is a really cute card, oops, that I got from Sherry. The envelope stuck. But anyway, I thought this was just beautiful as well. This is from Sherry, who I think I saw on here. And so cute. I love this. Boop. Very sweet. So thank you so much for sharing that with me, Sherry. You're just the best. I saw you were on a drive. Yeah, I hope everything went well with all of that. This is a beautiful card. This is our challenge for this month, our card challenge. You've just got a little, well, you've got over a little over a week to participate, but look at this beauty. How fun is this? And this is from Tiffany, who's on my team, and she just wrote the nicest card. So I am so thankful for this. And you did just a beautiful job on this card, Tiffany. So great, great job. And she sent me also this little game. This was really fun. This is the right, left, center game. I think that's what it's called. And we played this at my team retreat. And basically, we gambled with cards, which I kind of love that we did that. But it is like you shake the dice and then you go left or right. I don't know. I would have to look at the directions again because I can't remember exactly how it works. But you move your cards to the left or the right, and then at the end, somebody ends up with all the cards. And it was really cool. So we played that at my team retreat, which was a lot of fun. So she sent me the game, which is really awesome because I would love to play that again. And actually, Sherry is the one who brought that. So that was really cool. Then this was a really sweet card from Sharon on my team who was thinking of me. She knows about what's going on with my mom. So that was really sweet. Oh, this is the envelope for this card, which is just beautiful. And then I got this super fun card, which I love. It is from Dawn. So I am so thankful you sent this card to me, Dawn. So thank you so much. Very, very fun. Excuse me. I'm just choking on myself. Excuse me. The good news is I'm actually feeling better. Okay. We have a few things happening. So this week we've got the Sunrise Sailing class coming out. Let me find I have a picture for it. Sunrise Sailing. This class is coming out this week. So I sent an email out about this. I think it went out this morning, I'm pretty sure. We would love to have you be a part of it. I'm going to make a card today with this. And can I just say, I love our cards. I was super duper excited about this class, and my projects came out just exactly how I was hoping they would. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but I like it. So if you have this bundle or are interested in this class, I highly recommend it. We have some really fun projects for you, and I think you're going to love them. And as I mentioned, we're going to make one today. Also, you have until Monday to get registered for the July Sunshine and Creativity Delivered box. These boxes are going to feature, in my personal, not biased in any way, opinion, they are going to feature the Pretty Perennials stamp set and dies, which were so lovingly used on this card back here. Let me grab it. That was what this card was made with. That is my $1 million stamp set that came out way back in, I want to say 2021, I'm pretty sure. Or was it? Well, yeah, 2021, I'm pretty sure. Final answer, I think. Or was it 2020? I can't remember. It could have been, but it doesn't matter because it was amazing and I can't wait. I have not used my set in a class for a really long time, so I'm really looking forward to having this class. So to get registered, it is part of my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered box. You can subscribe. There's a link in the description of this video. If you just want this one, you can cancel after you've registered. If you want to continue, we make awesome cards every single month. Actually, I'm really looking, our box for this month in June is actually about to ship, and I'm very excited about the cards that I have created for that one. So yay. Okay. We also have, sorry, my sheets are all out of order here. We also have the Sweet sale, which is going on through the 30th. And the way the sweet sale works is sweets and sweet products are buy one, get one 50% off. So if you bought 2 sweets, you would get one of them half off. So that's a savings of quite a bit of money, which is a really awesome deal. And you can get, there's no limit to the number of items. So for instance, I'm using the sale to get to stock up on some designer series paper and some embellishments that are part of sweets. So I'm placing that order separate from my sweet order because the sweets are half off. Or I'm sorry, what I meant to say is the lowest priced item is half off. So if you want to get more than just sweets, separate your orders just as a way to save more money. But it's a really great opportunity to get some good deals. All right. Ooh, Kim says she's really cashed in with the sweet sale. That's awesome. I kind of have too. I've been getting some really good stuff. So I love that. Don't forget, when you order with me, you get to enjoy all kinds of perks. First, you get 20, or once you've hit $20 in a purchase, you get 10% back in Stampin Rewards from Stampin Up. You do need to opt into that, so make sure you have when you place your order. When you spend $35 or more, you will get invited to our Stamp Happy Party, which is happening the following month. I believe next month it is July 11th, or actually I don't know if that's true or not. I don't remember. It could be the 9th. I'd have to look. It's the second Wednesday of the month, typically. Every once in a while we have to change it because of like scheduling, but we make really fun projects and have a great time each month. So I hope you can join us for that. And then when you spend $50 or more, you'll get the All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF. This month, it is the Celebratory SIPs bundle, and this is a really wonderful PDF full of inspiration. And I don't often say this, but I actually want to make some of these cards because they're so awesome. So I hope that you can join us for that. We have had a great time putting those together for you. And of course, you can also join us for Stamp Happy Academy. We post one online class every month, which this month is the Sunrise Sailing. We also do 3 exclusive lives, the next of which is tomorrow morning. I have a live tomorrow morning I'm excited to do with you. Those lives are like a supersized live. They're much more than they say the live I do now. Less chatter at the beginning, way more stamping. They're geared towards helping you learn to stamp more efficiently and have a really wonderful experience when you have time to sit down and stamp. And so we talk about color and all kinds of things. So we would love to have you be a part of that. All right, I think that's all the announcements for today. Let's get stamping. So first and foremost, I thought for our first card, I said I don't have my third project ready. So I thought we would use this. It's the Remember This Memories and More card pack. And this is actually on the last chance list right now for just $7. So it's discounted. And these Memories and More packs are actually some of my favorites because it just makes card making so easy. And so I thought we would take a minute and play with a couple of these cards. So there's a bunch of these cards, and then on the back sides, there's a different pattern. So, ooh, that's really pretty. Then we've got this one, and of course they're geared towards memory keeping, but wow, this one kind of hits home. My mom has Alzheimer's. I don't know if I mentioned that to you. And then there's a pattern on the back. And then we've got this one, and there's a, ooh, very pretty pattern on the back. And then we've got this one with a pattern on the back. This one, ooh, another pretty pattern on the back. And this one with, yet again, a pattern on the back. And then there's these cards, which are 4x6. So they're a little bit bigger. You can trim them down or use them as full-size cards. Oh, so cool. I really like this one. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Is the Celebratory Sweets going to be back in stock? The answer is yes, but I think it's going to be after the special, unfortunately. But you can get the individual components. So I think, I don't even know what is or not in stock at this exact moment, but the answer is yes, it will be back. But I would watch it through the end of the sale and see what happens. So sorry, that's probably not the answer you were hoping for, but it is what it is. Okay, so when I look at these, I'm like, ooh, these are really pretty. Lots of fun things you could do with these cards. So let's just put a little something together here. So I've got, ooh, actually, I've got an idea. I really like this card right here a lot. And it's bigger than I want it to be. So I'm just going to trim it down. It's currently 4x6. So I'm going to make it 4 by 5 1/4 because that's like a quarter sheet trimmed for my card. And then I can take this leftover piece and put it on the inside. So that'll be really fun. Oh, this is pretty right here. If I could just say, this is pretty. No kidding, Dina. Okay. So what if we put this on a basic beige card base? And then you're going to laugh at me. I'm going to trim this down just a skosh more. Also, if you are from Minnesota, you will appreciate this, or the Midwest. Carl has taken to saying, ope. I don't know. It's mainly a Midwest thing, and it cracks me up. And I saw a sticker, like one of those vinyl stickers that you could put like on your laptop or your, you know, the kids these days, they put them on their water bottles. I almost bought it for him, but it was after one of my particularly shell-shocking days and I just didn't, but it cracked me up. So if you also have ever heard of Charlie Barron's, he is a comedian from the Midwest and he does a lot, which is really funny. Okay, so we've got this beautiful card. By the way, the colors that coordinate with this are basic beige, because that's how I chose this card base. Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Last Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Very Vanilla. Okay, but this green is not Mossy Meadow. I would actually say it's more like garden green, but let's take a look. Is it garden green or is it something else? We're gonna figure it out. Okay. I just gotta find a piece of garden green. Hold on. So every time my son says, it makes me giggle. Like, how did you become a middle-aged Midwestern man? That's kind of funny. All right, I feel like that's the right green, so we're gonna do this. Oh my gosh, I'm giggling. Tiffany is on here and she says it was the highlight of her year. Tiffany, we need to get you out more. But I am so excited that it was the highlight of your year. That's awesome. All right, so we're just going to put this piece on some garden green cardstock. So I trimmed this to be 4 by 5 1/4, and then this one I made a little smaller, the 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we're just going to attach this to our card panel, our cardstock panel. Maybe the outline is Mossy Meadow. I think you could get to Mossy Meadow. I feel like this one is Mossy. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I was feeling more of a garden green vibe, so that's what I went with. But of course, you can do whatever you like. All right, and then I just happen to have this. This is from the Encircled with Love stamp set. This was a set I was actually looking to use, but didn't quite get my card figured out. So I kind of just set it off to the side. So I thought maybe we could use that. And I'm just gonna grab a scrap here. Let's see if this is big enough. And maybe we'll stamp this in some Lost Lagoon, because that was one of those coordinating colors. I thought Messy Meadow was just too dark, you know? I like, this is a little more bright. Okay, so I'm stamping thank you on here. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Well, we could do a couple and we can decide. Maybe we need to stick with our granny or garden green. We could do that. Gonna coordinate it. What do I need here? A stamp cleaner. I have one. Oh, here it is. I'm like, there's one on my desk. Okay. We're gonna try garden green. I'm gonna also I'm pulling out this yeah, I didn't think that was gonna stamp very well. I'm pulling out my I think this might be too juicy, but we'll see. We'll try it one more time. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Now we have a new punch. It is 1 7/8 inch. And then it coordinates with our existing 2-inch circle or 1 3/4 inch circle. In fact, I wonder if I could punch that with 1 3/4. Let's just see. Keep trying other colors. Are you saying neither one of these are floating your boat, Diana? We've got that. Ooh, I kind of like it with the smaller one. And then we can do a layer around that. Okay, I'm coming back to this, liking that, but we definitely need something else. Let's try, the other color we have in here is Calypso Coral. Boho Blue is not what color that is, and it's also a retired color. So I'm not going to do that one, but that is a good suggestion. It's actually, Boho Blue would not match with this because it's more of an aqua tone, but I get where you are coming from. Let's try Calypso Coral. That might be just the pop in color we needed. But I am going to punch it with my skinnier punch, and then we'll do a layer of cardstock. Okay, do we like that? Or do we like that? I don't like that. So I'm going to say no, but let me know what you guys think. And then let's choose a couple of options for our background cup panel. So I must have a scrap of, do I seriously not have a scrap? Oh yeah, here it is. Like, do I not have a scrap? Okay, Calypso. Calypso, Calypso, Calypso. Okay, everybody's saying Calypso. Okay. And then this is Basic Beige, which I'm thinking is probably not going to happen. But I got to give you full disclosure. Okay, this is this the right punch? Yeah. This is Petal Pink. Oops. Oh, there we go. Petal Pink, which is lovely. Ooh, then we could do, so that was 1 7/8. We could do another punch with our, do we have a 2? We have a 2 and, let's try 2 3/8. I mean, we can really mix this up, you guys, and have some fun. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Or, oh, I just thought of something. I don't know if it'll work with this. See the 2, we need 2 1/8. We're going to get through this, you guys. Or, are you ready for it? Ooh. Okay, this could be cool. I'm punching this in the center, and I'll show you why. Because we get either this green pattern. Nope, too much. Or this pattern. I think that's too much too. But we could pull in solid of our Lost Lagoon cardstock, and maybe that would be it. And maybe I should give up on my dream of having three sizes of circles on here. What do we think? I like the flowers so much. The bigger circle is not cool. Oh my goodness, not cool. Okay, so let me show you the other stuff I have planned for this card. So we've got this, I think this is called faux linen ribbon? Classic ribbon. Sorry. This is in, okay. Third circle's too big. Okay. I'm laughing. No to 3, and then someone else says 3. And someone says they would stamp another greeting. Okay, don't like this. It's not stamping super awesome. I wonder if I just need to like prep my stamp or something. It's the first time I've actually used this stamp is on this card. Let's see, we could do that. We could do the old clean it off. It might have like some of the stuff on it from manufacturing. Okay, there we go. Let's see, but I closed up this pad. I'm giggling because there's like 100 opinions and none of them are the same. Which is kind of funny. Oh. Huh. That didn't stamp great either. What is the deal with this? Maybe my ink pad's too juicy. That could be it. Let's see here. So this card is not going well, I would say. So I'm just working the ink into my pad a little bit so it's not quite as juicy at the surface. I don't know about stamping off, you guys. I don't like stamping off on oh, there we go. That's what it was. My pad was too juicy because look at how much better that looks than that. Huge difference. Okay, so that took care of that. We'll punch this out again with our 1 7/8 inch circle. And then we just have to decide what layers to use. And there's just been all kinds of options. Did we ever add, let's see here. So this is an option. And by the way, I'm thinking like the ribbon goes in between and things are popped up and whatnot. One other option I don't think we did yet was Calypso Coral. Let's get a scrap of that. I have to give you all the information so you can make an educated decision. Okay, so that with this and this. Oh, there we go. There's the ticket. Okay, well, I hope you like this because this is what we're doing. I think this is really pretty. So let's put our card together. Goodness, that was a lot, wasn't it? Okay, do I have anything attached here? No. Okay, so also I think I have ink on stuff that shouldn't be on. Let's get rid of that. I'll be honest, there are no safe places here. I think I'm going to adhere this directly to my card. Like that. And then we're going to tie a little bow on here. And Ellen, I saw your post about my Stampin' Lips. I didn't put those on today. That's like the first time I've forgotten my Stampin' Lips in, I don't know, years. That's a little wild. We might have to rectify that. That could be part of why my mojo's off. I wonder, right? Like, what's happening? I don't know if I wore Stampin' Lips all weekend long. Maybe that was part of my problem. Okay, so I've got my bow on here, which it will probably get changed in size, but we'll start with this. All right, then we've got this. This sort of punched funny, but I'm just going to fix it real quick. There we go. And I was going to do one other thing to that, and then we're going to do the faux suede technique. So that's where you run a bone folder over your piece of cardstock, over and over, back and forth, frontwards, backwards, diagonal, straight, all the things. And then you can see the layers of cardstock are literally starting to peel off, or peel apart, I should say. So then I'm going to finish the job carefully, because sometimes that sort of thing can happen, but no big deal. And then that gives us a little texture for our card, which I think is perfect. I'm just going to pull that a little bit looser, like so. And I'm laughing. I think I had pulled out some embellishments for this card, but so not the direction we ended up going. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this to my card, and then I want my ribbon to be over it, so it's like in between the layers. And then I've got these two layers. Do you see the difference though that made with our inking is when you've got a juicy ink pad on a real solid stamp like that, just work the ink into the pad, and man, that sure makes a huge difference. Oh, look at how pretty this is coming together. Okay, so then I'm going to take my dimensionals and put that over the top. So pretty. Okay, but wait, there's more. I forgot to check and see if these are still available. But I feel like we could use these. I love these little brass embellishments. These are called Adhesive Back Dragonflies and Birds. I can't remember if these are on the last chance list or if they carried over. But we're just going to put one there and a couple over here. I feel like if you use these, you can use like dragonflies or the birds, but I wouldn't necessarily mix the birds and the dragonflies together, if that makes sense. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's just because like the the scale is off otherwise. Okay, but now we're going to do the inside of the card, and remember we have this leftover piece. So let's take that, and I think that's for my other card. So let me grab a piece of basic white. So we're just going to add this to the inside, like so. And oh, you checked, Dolly. How sweet are you? That's wonderful. Thank you. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I can't put stuff on straight. I need my lips. I gotta put my lips on. Okay, so then we'll put this on the inside like so. And so pretty. And then you know what? These are so flat, we can put these on the inside. Here's my take your pick tool, that'll help. I just love that you can use this embellishment on the inside of a card because it's just so flat. So we've got a little shine on the inside and the outside. Oh, this came together quite nicely now, didn't it? So these Memories and More cards are so fun. Really easy to create a card with, even if you are on your struggle bus just for a minute or two. But look at all these beautiful cards. I think this one is so fun. This is so vibrant. This is for sure my favorite. But again, so many options with these cards. Look at how pretty that is. You could, if you are into fussy cutting, I'm not a huge fussy cutter, but you could do that. But just so pretty, these patterns. So anyway, a great opportunity to make some really fun cards easily and in like quantity. So like you could make a bunch of these because there's a bunch of this card in there. And I love how that piece we cut off fits perfectly on the inside as well. So that's really awesome. Also, okay, let me just pick up because I kind of pulled out all kinds of random stuff for this. And we're going to go on to our next card, which, and by the way, I can still use, so I punched this one, but I can still use this piece. I can just save it with my cards because like I could put a layer over the top or whatever. It's still good. So what did I do with my cards though? Oh, yeah, they're over here. All right. Our next project. Well, actually, I'm just going to grab some lip gloss. Oh, I've got Sexy Mother Pucker with a P. I just had to make that clear. This like pumps up your lips. So I'll let you know. But I feel we had to put something on since I was feeling weird about how things were going. Okay, so this next card is going to feature the sunrise sailing. I'm always like, is it sunrise or sunset? Sunrise sailing. And this is a lovely, lovely bundle. If you haven't partaken in this one, I highly recommend it. I got to put all these circle punches back quick. It is a really fun bundle. It's got a hybrid embossing folder, which I always love those. We also have a stamp set and dies, and then of course it coordinates with our class that's coming out this week. So if you get registered for this class, you will get just a fabulous package in the mail. You can do the online only version or the I Want It All, which has the bundle and some other awesome goodies to go with the pre-cut cardstock. It is a really great class for summer cards as well as for masculine themed cards or feminine cards. So it's really a great one. Now this card started out as something I did on the inside of one of my cards in my class, but then I kind of ended up going in a little bit different direction. But I always think that's funny. And when I shot the video, I even said this would make a good outside of your card thing. So anyway, long story short, we're going to start with a Coastal Cabana card base because that is the color that lets us know God loves us. I went ahead and embossed that embossing folder on a 4x5¼ basic white panel, which I really love. And you can see it's got a big sailboat, it's got some clouds, and then it's got the ocean on here, which is just lovely. So I did that in white. And then I did something really awesome, in my personal opinion. So I took my, what is this called? Nested Essentials die. And I ran it through my machine so that the cover or the top plate was basically like this. So I fed it into my machine like this. Oh, you mean with the rest of the plates, but I just wanted to show you how this plate is only partially on my die. Then what I did is I took this, went about as far as I could go down, meaning I'd get the biggest width. And then I just kind of scooch this around until it sort of sets into that little cut line. You'll feel your die just kind of go in there. And then you're going to run it through your machine again. This time you're going to run it like this. I actually find it goes easier if you put the long piece through your machine first. So pushing it this way. And then when you do that, you get an extra large nested essential die. So it's pretty much rectangular. So how cool is that? I just wanted to show you how I die cut that. And this gives you so many options for you know, for doing different things with the different sizes you can get. So in any of your dies, circles maybe not so much, but you actually could do something funky with a circle. But anyway, you can extend the versatility of your dies by trying this technique out. So let me know if you've ever tried this in the comments. By the way, I'd love to hear like what you've tried it with, if you can think of a die. I've done it with the postage dies. I've done it with all kinds of dies, actually. It's really fun. So you can make your custom size. Maybe you need it to fit a larger sentiment or whatever, but it works. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to create a little background. I'm just going to grab some lemon lolly here and do a little light yellow in my background. And I just want kind of a little sunny glow, because everybody likes a little sunny glow, right? Just putting a little bit of light color on here. And you could do other colors, but I'm just going to do some yellow. Keeping things simple. Okay. Then I also took some scraps of Coastal Cabana and die cut the waves. And I die cut the waves, and then I cut the bottoms with my die so that the piercing would match up with that nested essential die. And I'm really giggling too because the scrap had a cut in it from something else, but it doesn't matter because we're going to layer these up like so. Okay, so then what you can do is everything coordinates on this piece, and it looks like you planned it that way, which, I mean, I did, but that's how I got that. All right, I also wanted to add a little bit of ink to this. So I think I'm actually going to use some white ink, and I swear I have a white, I have a white blending brush. I keep it in a special place so it doesn't get dirty. I have it in a little drawer. Okay, ooh. So I'm gonna ink up some white ink and just kind of go on the edge of these. And it's kind of like, you know, the foam on the ocean. Does that make sense? You're probably like, whatever, Dina. But I think that's kind of cool. So there you go. Now you can sort of see that. But I'm going to attach these to my card. And we definitely want this one on the bottom because it's lined up and it doesn't have that hole in it. And then we can put this one kind of wherever. It doesn't have to line up perfectly. So there we go. And then we're going to attach this to our card, or our die cut piece like that. Oh, so awesome. There we go. Okay. So now we've got a little sun in our background. We've got our waves on here. I'm even going to kind of, not really curling them, I'm just lifting a little, you know I like the dimension. And then we're going to cover up that other sailboat right there. And it's going to be amazing. Let's attach this to our card. Now, I love this sailboat, but this obviously is not going to, this gigantic sailboat is not going to fit on this smaller panel. So we're going to just pop this up. Okay, now I do have a sailboat. This is, the background is cut with some gray granite. And we're going to add that like over here. And then the sailboat part is white, like that. But I feel like we need a little bit of color. So we can take the stamp here and add a little bit of color to this. So I'm going to use some real red, to just kind of jazz her up a hair. And I only want the color on the one side. So I'm going to be a little bit careful about how I put this on here. I'm only going to ink up part of this in my real red. And let's protect our work surface because I think we can all agree that'll be bad if I don't. Here we go. Okay. So inking this up, and then I'm just going to stamp on here like so. Oh, perfection! So I've got a little pop of color on my sail, and we're good to go. Okay. Now this stamp is designed to work with this, but this bigger stamp, but I am just going to put it on this one side of that. All right, let's stick this onto the sailboat. And I love how they designed this. So you've got all this space to line everything up and adhere things. So you just line that up, and then the flagpole or the sail pole, I don't know, there's probably a name for that. I don't know what it is. We're just going to stick that on. Okay. Red sails in the sunset. Yeah. Oh, is that a song? Red sails in the sunset. I don't know. I'm not sure what that one is. I'm not familiar with that one. Tab Hunter. Is that the artist? I'm not familiar with that at all. I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, so then we kind of have our boat on here like that. Alrighty. So pretty in my opinion. Or I don't know if pretty is the right word, but super cute. Okay, so let's pop this up onto our card too. I'm too young. Oh, I get it. Okay. So it's an oldie but a goodie. What did I say? When we were in Duluth, there's like a Leif Erikson, who was like a Viking, I believe. I thought he was like a 70s pop artist, and my sister's just like, no. And then I looked it up, and I go, I swear he sang the Edmund Fitzgerald song, but that was someone else, because the Edmund Fitzgerald sunk in Lake Superior. Yeah. 50s and 60s. Yeah, I'm a little bit young for that. I'm a baby, even though I'm not at all a baby anymore. I feel so old sometimes. Okay, I'm also going to take this red and white twine, which, by the way, it comes in your class packet if you get the class packet. Oh, he was an actor. Oh, fancy. I don't know who that is. I'm clearly too young. Oh, sugar. Well, that's okay. I need to stamp on here a little bit more too, but... So we're going to put that on like so, and then we're going to add our, oh boy, I bet I just did mess that up. I want my twine to tie lower. I forgot I put a middle dimensional. I don't often, well, I should say I do often do that, but okay. No problem. We got it. It's all good. Okay, I wanted to tie my twine down a little further. Okay. Leif Garrett. Oh, is that who I'm thinking of? I knew there's a Leif somewhere, but there was Gordon Lightfoot sang the song. Yes, I did Google that, but then I couldn't think of who it was off the top of my head here in my live. But then Leif, who is it? Leif somebody. Garrett. Is that the 70s actor or whatever? I don't know. You guys just like, oh my gosh, Dina, just make cards. Okay, stick to what you know. All right, so there we have that. And then I'm going to take, what did I do? I've got the little bird. I love this bird. It's so awesome. This bird is like the best part of the stamp set in my just wildly humble opinion. So we're going to take and use some gray granite ink. Ooh, back in the day, he was a stud. Arr, arr. Okay, well, I wanted to do congratulations on this card, but I don't feel like that's going to happen because of the spacing. So instead, we could stamp ahoy on here, because why not? And I'll show you. Sorry, I had to plan this out because if I stamped ahoy up here, I would need to position my birds accordingly. But I'm going to stamp ahoy on the water, and it's going to be all good. So we'll stamp ahoy right there. And then we'll do our birds. In case you were wondering why on earth I'm doing things in this weird order. Okay, so there we go. So nice. Okay, then we'll put a little card on the inside, a little panel on the inside. And I don't have anything good for this. I guess what we could do is put a little more yellow on here. A little yellow up here, and then add a little bit of Pool Party at the bottom, or Coastal Cabana, since that's the color I'm using, but a little, not like crazy Coastal Cabana. That is why we did that. We want just a little light touch, and we don't want to blend the two colors because we don't want a green line in the middle, because that's not how this operates. All right, so now we kind of have, we're mirroring what this is on the inside of our card. And then we're going to add our sentiments, which I have over here, I think. So I have ahoy, and then I'm going to stamp congratulations. And then you deserve the best right underneath. And then we're going to add a couple of birds on here, like that. So the inside coordinates the outside, like so. All right. So that turned out pretty good. So there you go. So don't forget to register for this class. There should be a link in the description of this video so that you can join us, because the cards are really awesome, if I can just say. I really love my cards. Okay, now let me just pick tidy just a teeny bit, and then we're going to do our last card, which is a really good one. It's my favorite one for today. Okay, put this away before anything happens. I know there's people out there going, Dina, close those ink pads. You've got to be kidding me. I understand. You're right. Okay, so our last card is going to, feature a really fun stamp set. Blooming Phrases. I love this one. It's just such a great set. Super easy to use and really fun, and has lots of different sentiments. And so we're going to use this in a couple of different ways. And with, I think, a pretty color combination. So I'm going to start with a Secret C card base. And then I've got some designer series paper from the Sunshine Vibes, or Boho Vibes DSP, I guess it is. So I cut 3 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, just like we did on that first card in terms of measurements. And we're just going to adhere that to a 4 by 5 1/4 Secret C card base, or not card base, panel. And then we'll attach it to our card eventually. I love Secret C as well. So I die cut a couple of the Textured Notes dies. You can use really any dies for this, just that are two layers worth. So postage dies would look great, or postage die with a piece of white, whatever you want to use. But I've got 2 of these, one, as you can see, in Secret C, and then one in white. We're going to stamp on the white one. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to just bring my scrap in here just for keeping things nice and tidy. Now I've got a lovely, if I can just say, color combination. Sorry, my label is not on here. I've got Secret C, Berry Burst, Old Olive, and Cloud Cover. Cloud Cover, this is an ink pad that's not actually available to customers. I was able to buy one as a demonstrator. And we're just going to use a touch of it, probably, if that. I just have it out for like moral support, maybe. And originally I was going to use, and by the way, you can achieve Secret C by just stamping off Cloud Cover, or I'm sorry, that's the reverse. You can achieve Cloud Cover by stamping off Secret C twice, and then it's pretty similar. All right. But what I wanted to do on this card is I wanted to just stamp a bunch of flowers. So I'm doing this, I would like to call this a Black-Eyed Susan, but you might call it a daisy, you know, whatever. And so I'm just going to stamp this kind of all over. And I might even do that again. Where did my ink or my chamois go? Let me clean this off really quick. I might do it again in a lighter color, but let's do the rest of our stamping before we decide. Then I chose Old Olive. Now for greens, I am typically pretty adamant about using Granny Apple Green. It's my fave, but in this case, I think Old Olive is just the right color. And then I'm going to take my stem here, and I'm just going to add some stems. Now, I'm not using the words on this one. I'm just using the stem because this forms, like, the stem is a part of the word. You'll see. Don't worry. In case you're just like, what are you jibber-jabbering about, Dina? Okay, so I'm going to stamp off a couple of these to sort of fill this in so that there's lots of these on here. And I think I am going to color these or stamp some more of these flowers. I'm going to do them in Bubble Bath this time. So we have Berry Burst and Bubble Bath. And so I'm just going to kind of put these in between or behind-ish to sort of fill out the space on here. Like so. So I've got quite a few of them on here. All right. Then what I want to do is take, and I'm going to use the word hello. So I'll ink just the word hello up, and I love how this hello is a little separate from the word there. So it's hello there, but I'm going to use it separately. So I'm just going to go like that. Oh, so cute. So that ties our little Secret C in here. And then I'm going to take and color a little, or add a little more color. So I'm going to use my blending brush once again, and I'm going to ink. That's got a lot of ink on it, so I'm just going to kind of do the bottom edge because that just really fills things out nicely. Okay. I think I'm going to stop there. You could add the we could add, well, anyway. I would sometimes put the sky on here, but I'm not confident that Secret C is the right color for this. Anyway. So, we're going to put this on like this. Oh, love this. onto our card. And isn't the Secret C so amazing with this? Oh, I gotta keep these open because we get a stamp on the inside. And on the inside, we're going to do our sentiment. And I used that one for the stem, so I gotta clean it because I have hello on the inside or on the outside, and then we're gonna do just because on the inside. And I'm not actually using this as a stem. Oh, maybe I'll wait and do that. Hold on. So let's stamp our stamps. What did I do with my flower? She's gone. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm just putting a few of these on here. We'll clean that off and then do some brighter ones in our berry burst over the top. Oops, like that. I messed that up. Let's see if I can. Oh, that is what I call professional stamping right there. Did you see how I lined that up? Not a lot of people have skills like that, friends, but I do. Very proud of my abilities. Okay. So we've kind of got our little greenery on here. And I'm going to put just what's left on my brush, just a skosh. I don't want to be crazy because I got a pink flower in there and you know the drill. Okay, so I just put a little bit of green just to kind of finish this out. All right, and then we're going to add the just because. So again, we inked this up in Secret C, and we're going to just kind of put it right up here, sort of going off the edge like that. Oh, I don't like how that ended, but we're going to go with it. It's okay. Oh, and I also thought of something else we're going to do with this. But it's going to take a second because I got to close up my ink pads real quick. You'll understand in just a moment what I'm going to do. It'll all make sense. Don't you worry. Okay. I'm going to take my Secret C marker and spritz both of these for a couple of reasons. One, I got a little ink on there, and this will hide that. And then two, because spritzing is awesome. And since we're doing that, we may as well do this with our Clear Wink Estella. And we'll stamp both the inside and the outside. I get a little twitchy if I don't spritz every like third or fourth card. So since we hadn't spritzed yet today, I felt like it was just the natural thing to do. All right, now let's get rid of that and put our card together. All right, first off, this can go on the inside. See, you guys know me so well. You knew I would be spritzing. Of course. There we go. So pretty. And then this is going to go here, but I think I want to, well, we're going to pop this on. I'm trying to decide. I want to add some ribbon to this, but do we want this ribbon or this ribbon? I don't think that's going to match, so I think we're going to end up with this. If only we had some berry burst ribbon, that would kind of rock, but we can make it work. Oh my gosh, if we only had berry burst ribbon, right? I know somebody's going to say, oh, you could color some. I'm not coloring ribbon. But I think what I am going to do is I'm going to pop this up. Did I finish that other sheet of dimensionals, or is it just like laying around here somewhere? It's probably laying around. I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to tie my ribbon over this layer and around my DSP panel. And we'll just center that on here like so. And then we'll add our ribbon bow off to the side. I love this ribbon, by the way. It is really nice. But gosh, wouldn't it be pretty if it was berry burst? I'm just saying. Would the new Petunia Pop ribbon be enough? Well, that's what I tried. It's just not quite dark enough. It didn't look right. I should have, shoulda used Petunia Pop instead of Berry Burst, and then we would have been fine, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation, but it is what it is. I stand by my Berry Burst because it sure looks nice with this Secret C. I just wish we had Berry Burst ribbon because I think the whole world would rejoice. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm right, but it's just my opinion. Oh, and look at that. So pretty. Oh, I love this. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, good job, Dina. And here's my other sheet of dimensional. So let's finish those babies off. Obviously, we're popping this up because we can. Okay. And look how pretty. Every once in a while, I make a card that I'm really proud of, and this is one of them. Okay. So beautiful. And there we go. Boom. Well, we got it embellished, but now I got to pick out the right embellishments for this. And ugh. I was going to, but nope, I'm going to use these. These are Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. And you might be saying to yourself, well, Dina, we did not use Strawberry Slush, nor did we use Pretty in Pink. You'd be right. But there are some clear with gold flecks dots in them. And actually, this, I don't know, this card could probably get away with not even having any embellishments because it's just that awesome. But we will put some on here as soon as I find my Take Your Pick tool, which is gone again. I lose that thing like 50 times a day. Do you guys do that when you're stamping? You've got to take your pick. I mean, I have 2 of them, and I manage to lose both of them pretty frequently. I know it's right here. Okay. Ooh, dragonflies again. Yeah, that could actually work. I kind of like that idea. Let's do that. Thank you. Good call. All right, so let's do some more dragonflies. Okay, so I'm going to put one right there. Oh, yeah, that was the right call for sure. And then I'm going to put one right there. And then, because I can, I'm putting one on the inside too. Oh, meant to be. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So let's, oh gosh, that's a good card, isn't it? I love this designer series paper, part of the suite sale. This suite is really an awesome suite as well. The Boho Sunshine Vibes, or I don't know, it could be this Boho Vibes Suite, Sunshine Vibes bundle. Anyway, you get the idea. So let me show you my 3 cards. So we have this thank you card, the hello card, and the ahoy card. Gosh, we're good stampers today, friends, aren't we? And we did it together. I bet some of you were like, I'm not so sure. That first card was a little tough, but They all turned out awesome, and I really love my hello card. I just think it's so pretty. And gosh darn it, I am a good stamper. Do you guys remember that? That is old, but not as old as whatever that guy is you guys were talking about. That is like 90s 90s Saturday Night Live, the positive affirmations with Jack Handy or whatever his name was. Or no, is that his name? What's his name? Jack Handy. I don't think that's right. But you know what I mean. Anyway, I hope you had fun with me today. If you could give me the thumbs up, that would be so great. Just click the thumbs up. That makes such a big difference with the YouTube, whether you're watching live or the replay. Let me also know which your favorite card is, because I love hearing which ones you like the best. And I know you're gonna say all three, but you can pick your favorite. It's okay. It's not like your kids. It's fine. Thank you guys again so much for stamping with me. I will be back. I think I've got another video coming out later this week, maybe on Friday. So watch for that. And then of course, I will see you right back here on Monday. Have a great week, friends. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.